A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Preval with William in India. So we start the fresh week on a bit of positive note. So last week we got a follow through day. The market is in a confirmed uptrend, and yes, the closing was a very good. 350 का closing मिला था last week हमें, and that's well above the key moving averages. Looks a little, briefly extended, but not a major problem because we crossed that 350 level, the 52-week high, and now the target is that 18,600 level, which is very crucial. अगर all time high पे हम जाते हैं तो वहां से एक जनरली एक अच्छा मोमेंटम मिलता है. अगर सम फेक हाई टाइप्स का बनना होता है तो जनरली वो इंट्राडे बन के घूम जाता है. बट फ्राइडे क्या हुआ था कि क्लोजिंग डेज हाई पे था. इफ यू लुक एट द लास्ट कैंडल, द फ्राइडे कैंडल, over here, the closing was near the day's high, and that's something very good. Plus, what I like was the volume. The volume bar was also on the higher side, and that's something interesting. So, if you look at this November part, which I'm highlighting on the volume bar, so from here you can see that the volume is very good. Whenever the market has gone up, generally ऊपर closing मिला है, day high पे closing मिला है, high volume था. So this setup, that is something what is very interesting and very positive for the markets to hold the gains. So ऊपर की side में the important is the 600 level, which is the lifetime high level. 600 के around के ऊपर हम निकल जाते हैं, then that's very good. On the flip side, the first thing that you need to look is the yesterday's low. I mean, if the Friday is low, क्योंकि Friday को follow through day है, ठीक है. तो जब भी follow through day का low होता है, वो एक temporary support बन जाता है, and that support is very important for the market. So these are the two things to look for on the Nifty. Now, if you see some key news, a lot of news over there. So today, ONGC, Biocon, Apollo Tires, IRCTC, Aarti, Balkrishna, and many others like Radico, and these guys are reporting their Q2 numbers. So busy season, and I think this week is the almost the last week types for the result season. I think from next week वो थोड़ा इतना results नहीं रहेगा. There will be a lot of movement due to results this week. On the result for AuroPharma, revenue was down, the EBITDA was down 33%, and because the margin contraction. Manappram revenue growth was good. Also, the PAT increased more than 10%. As far as the JK Cement is concerned, the revenue growth was good, but due to the margin contraction, ठीक है, उनका उसका EBITDA down था 9.8%. A very good result from the RCF. The numbers were super. Revenue almost doubled on a YOY basis to more than 5,500 crore, while the EBITDA was at 405 crore versus 186.8 crore on a YOY basis. Margin भी expand हुआ है, मतलब basic 11 bips, but yes, the expansion is there. IB Real Estate, the revenue was not good growth, but I think the margin expansion and EBITDA growth was very good. So revenue 44% down tha on a YOY basis, but EBITDA was at 91 crore compared to 22.4 crore on a YOY basis, and margin expanded almost 40% on a YOY basis. So that's something very good. Glenmark was a beat on all the front. Yes, this one LIC came up with the result. The PAT increased to almost 16,000 crore from 1433 crore. The first year premium was at 9124 crore compared to 8198 crore on a YOY basis. Also, the net premium income was up around 25-30% to 1.32 lakh crore compared to 1.054 lakh crore. So it was a good set of number for LIC as well. So overall, it was a mixed trend. Someone like LIC, Glenmark, IB, and RCF results were good. Manappram was good, but there was some issue with the Arvindo as well as the JK Cement. Okay, if we look at the global market, Friday also, Nasdaq was up 1.9%, S&P was up 0.9%, and Dow was a bit flat. If you look at the Asian market, right, the Shanghai is trading flat while Nikkei and Kospi are down 0.2 to 0.7%. USD INR 80.5 stable, Brent crude 97, वो थोड़ा elevated है, मतलब 90s में ही है, but on the higher side. So we want it to be on the lower side or below 90 for a good impact on the Indian market. Generally, at these level is not very comfortable for the India, though there is some relief from the currency side. जो 83 के around almost पहुंच गया था, is now 2.5 rupees down. So that's something good for the Indian economy. But if you see the crude also below 90, then that will be very positive for the Indian economy as well as the markets, because ultimately it impacts the margins. Yes, SGX Nifty indicates positive opening. So I was looking in the morning when I was preparing a note. It was somewhere around 18,410, 15 only. So it looked like a muted opening, but I think recently in last 5-10 minutes only, there was a good spike in SGX Nifty and it's now trading above 460 levels. So some positive opening expected from the Nifty looking at the SGX. So yeah, guys, this is the chart of the day. Opala, excellent results for the recent quarter. Right, the setup is very good. The cup with handle base formation is excellent. If you even look at the ratings, the ratings are decent one. If you look at the RS strength, see, if you divide this part base into two parts, left side of the base and right side of the base, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छा एक्यूमुलेशन हुआ है जस्ट बिफोर द ब्रेकआउट. ठीक है, डाउन डेज पे वॉल्यूम इतना हाई नहीं होता था. सो दिस इज सम गुड सेटअप. प्लस आरएस कंटिन्यूस बढ़ा राइट साइड ऑफ द बेस में. ठीक है, दो बार जब एक बार रिक्लेम कर लिया ना, यहाँ पे 50 डीए में रिक्लेम किया लाओपाला ने, तो उसके बाद यहाँ पे भी सपोर्ट ले लिया, यहाँ पे भी सपोर्ट ले लिया. सो दिस इज गुड. राइट साइड ऑफ द बेस में एक की मूविंग एवरेजेस आपको अच्छा support देती है. That is something very positive to look in a chart, and it is very close to the pivot and can be the part of your watch list. Even if you see over here in the handle formation, the volume on the down days were very low and on the higher days were good. So it's a good setup. The estimates for 23, 24 are very good. Even 5 also the growth is indicated. And if you look at the scores, the price trend, EPS, master score, that's also a very decent one. So this stock looks interesting on the charts as well as the story. जो इनका बिजनेस मॉडल है दैट इज वेरी गुड. ठीक है, जो ग्लास वेयर में लोग हैं, फिर चाइना से एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगा दिया है गवर्नमेंट एंड दे आर कंटिन्यूइंग इट. सो इट्स अ वेरी पॉजिटिव स्टोरी as well as a very good technical setup. Plus, last 2 quarter was a very good result, and the sales to continuously grow, right? You can look for the last few quarters. So a good blend of fundamental, technical plus growth story. So thank you guys for joining the session. See you again at 4:30 in the evening. Thank you for joining the morning session.